the Ghost Guerrero. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing black with green, officially weighing 129 1/4 pounds. His professional record, 24 victories, including 14 knockouts, 4 defeats, 2 draws. From Tuekostros, Republic of South Africa, the IBF Junior Lightweight Champion of the World, Malcolm Stone Klassen.
Showtime, boy.
It's for the IBF World title. Give me a good, clean fight. Please watch your heads. Obey my commands and protect yourselves at all times. Touch gloves, good luck.
Klassen's going to bring it. Guerrero's going to have to repel it.
Guerrero is as focused as he's ever been, according to he and his camp. Klassen, bit of an unknown. 29 of his 30 fights in South Africa, 1 in England. He's got a flamboyant, outspoken trainer in Nick Duran. He's coming off a win against Cassius Beloy in South Africa in April, in which he won the title. He stopped Beloy in the 7th round, first time that Cassius had been stopped in his pro career. Lennox, one of the themes coming out of the Klassen camp was, we need to captivate the American TV and boxing audience and media. We are here for a knockout. We want to dominate. Are they putting undue pressure against themselves to get a knockout against a former 2-time champion in Guerrero?
Yes, they are a little bit putting a lot of pressure on them, but I mean, for me, I would let it come naturally. Obviously, you know, the American public, they pick who they want and who they support. So really, if you come out and box well and try and knock the person out and they see you working hard, they'll respect you.
Well, Guerrero's boxing very well early here. Nice snappy jab.
Cuts are something that Guerrero has dealt with in his last couple of fights. Cut in the right eye 2 fights ago against Daoud Yordan, and then cut in the Efren Hinojosa fight on the left eye. With quick snapping punches from the Ghost, Robert Guerrero.
Guerrero looks very sharp early.
And Guerrero's coming through with that left hand very well. He's throwing it in a kind of a hook style, but it's still getting through. So Klassen doesn't really know how to deal with that punch right now.
No, the only thing Klassen's bringing is himself into Guerrero's shots.
I mentioned the win against Cassius Beloy in his last fight. Some other notable names on his resume. In August of 08, he stopped Manuel Medina, who was 37 at the time, and he had a good win in 2006 against Gary Sinclair, a split decision win in South Africa. The tenor from the Klassen camp was that they were going to test the heart of Guerrero, probably based on what they saw in the last 2 fights. No one had ever questioned Guerrero's heart at any point before. Are they looking at the wrong thing, Lennox?
Well, it's always different when you're in there. You can see a lot from a tape, but when you're in there and, you don't know what the guy's been doing in camp and how he feels and how strong and how he's improved. But you never take a guy for granted. And, you just got to go in there and do the best job possible.
Straight right hand. Best punch landed by Klassen. Guerrero knocked off Efren Hinojosa back in June. Hinojosa hurt his elbow. Guerrero fought through a cut over his left eye. But the last time we saw him on HBO was back in March in California, in San Jose, California, taking on an unknown undefeated fighter in Daoud Yordan, who was 17-0 with 12 knockouts. And Max, here's where the story kind of takes a crazy turn. Yordan had good moments in the first round and a half.
Yeah, it looked like going in a fight Guerrero was supposed to win, but a round and a half into it, it seemed that it was going to be a long, tough fight and that the winner might not be Guerrero.
Cut in round number 2.
nothing I can get, is it?
Referee John Troy saying if he can't see, can't continue. And Max, that's where kind of the controversy started right there.
Well, Guerrero's an easy guy to root for. He's got 2 small kids at home. His wife, Casey, is battling leukemia, and it gives us no great pleasure to point out that he quit. But the ref and doctor gave him the chance there, as you saw, to indicate whether or not he wanted to fight, and he chose not. In his next fight against Efren Hinojosa, Guerrero fought through a cut and won. But the issue against Jordan was not whether Guerrero could fight through a cut. It was whether he would use the cut to get out of a fight he might not win. And maybe Guerrero did the smart thing, because certainly the fight game holds its participants to an unreasonable standard. But it's the standard fans hold their heroes to, and in that fight, Guerrero didn't measure up to it.
We're in Houston, Texas. HBO's Boxing After Dark. Bob Popple, Lennox Lewis, Max Kellerman ringside. Robert Guerrero and Malcolm Klassen underway round number 2 for Klassen's 130-pound title. Still to come, Juan Diaz and Paulie Malignaggi in our main event. Well, Lennox, good start in round 1 for Guerrero. He threw 130 punches. He landed 28. Klassen only threw 30 in the entire round.
Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised at Klassen's punch output because, you know, most of the South African boxers, they're in great shape. And as you can see, they've got good defense. They keep their hands up. But, you know, he needs to really pick it up a little bit more.
Seems like he's doing just that, stepping into some punches now, throwing that right hand with a little bit more authority.
A lot of times pressure fighters take a couple of rounds to get going. And towards the end of the first round, Klassen started to seem to get going.
And Guerrero's doing a good thing, especially with the right hand. He's using the right hand to the left of him, which is good. That's twisting him around and showing him different angles.
No, let her go. Stop.
Been a well-disciplined, sharp start for Robert Guerrero.
Step back.
He's only 26 years of age. This is his 29th pro fight.
And you suspect...
Good right hand by Klassen.
You suspect, given the criticism after his last time out on HBO, that put into a position where he has to make that decision whether to stop fighting or fight on, he will fight on with vigor tonight.
Pops out that jab. Klassen picks it off.
You know, this style really is a style that, you know, anytime Guerrero throws that jab out there, he has to remember that keep that right foot on the outside, because right now they're stepping on in each other's foot and, you know, causing a little balance problem. As soon as they get that sorted out, there's going to be a couple trips in there.
Time.
End of round number 2 for Malcolm Klassen and Robert Guerrero.
They're doing great, mijo. Keep working that jab. Keep working that jab. Long jab, long jab. Come up underneath. Because, hey, mijo, he goes down. Come underneath. Boom, boom, and out. Back to the jab.
He's starting to slow up now. Did you see that? Want to go to the body. Yeah, but then we got to finish on the head. Get down here, put your head down here on him, feel the body.
And here we're going to watch a Klassen right hand. This is another angle.
You know what, Lennox? Guerrero's glove got in the way just enough to take a little bit off him. He punched through the glove anyway, but he's lucky that didn't go clean without hitting that glove. In that round.
Klassen is throwing that right hand, and this is a punch he needs to throw because Guerrero doesn't have no answer for it right now. He's not blocking it, and he looks like he's in the way of it. So he needs to make an adjustment there.
Still very early in the fight, but faced with what I think is the best opponent of his career, Guerrero looks sharp so far.
He's definitely doing the right things. He's turning. He's using his reach, and he's hitting the spots where he can see. He's not wasting any punches. Wherever he can see, he's throwing the punches. See, a little opening under the elbow, he hits it.
Good body shot.
Yeah, it was great. He slid step to his right and then fired the shot to the body. You know, obviously, look, I'm not comparing. But, you know, you saw a young, raw, 22-year-old Danny Jacobs not using angles, and now you're seeing a guy like Guerrero here not stay against the ropes, make subtle moves to not go straight back, Lennox.
Right, and this, you know, this really shows he's an experienced fighter, and he's been doing his homework. This is what you need to do.
Lennox, so if you're Klassen and you know that Guerrero's, he keeps circling to his right, keeps making that little slide step, what do you do if you're Klassen to negate that from Guerrero?
Well, Klassen needs to be tripling up with his hooks and stopping him from going that side, because he knows he's going to go that side, because he's been going that side since the beginning. So he needs to make that adjustment, or even his corner needs to tell him to make that adjustment. Step over with that left foot over to the left side. Force Guerrero to go the other way.
Left hand there by Guerrero. Chops another right, left hand inside to the ear of Klassen.
Let him go, let him go, let him go.
Ooh, looked like the heads came together there.
Followed by a right hand by Klassen. Thought it was a headbutt right hand combination from Klassen.
Stop! Okay, Robert.
And Klassen's getting kind of anxious. He's jumping in with his punches because he feels he can't reach Guerrero.
Time! Thank you.
End of round number 3.
Punching power.
Well, each Wednesday night throughout the NFL preseason, it's Hard Knocks training camp with the Cincinnati Bengals. With the season fast approaching, the coaching staff works toward finalizing their rosters while the players of the bubble battle to make the cut. Then September the 15th, catch the next installment of Real Sports with Brian Gumbel. Among the stories, a look at the dangers faced by high school football players who suffer concussions.
Back to the jab. Yeah. Well, get him back.
You mentioned Robert Guerrero had a lot on his plate the last couple of years. 6 weeks in Big Bear. Said it was great to relax and clear his mind. There is his wife, Casey, diagnosed with cancer in November of 2007. She's been through some really difficult times. Cancer is in remission. Everybody's doing well.
Guerrero has a lot to fight for.
Let's go.
And what he was dealing with in between fights, even on the day of fights, amazing. Let's check in with our unofficial ringside scorer, Harold Letterman.
Okay, Bob, 3-0. 30-27, Robert the Ghost Guerrero. Bob, I gotta tell you, you know what I really like about Guerrero? I like the way he hits him, you know, the right jab, sometimes the right jab and the left hand behind it, the combination, and then he moves. He steps to the side. He doesn't stand there to admire his work, and he keeps Klassen off balance. See, right there, he hits him, and he moves to the right. Sometimes he'll come back to the left also. He's just keeping Klassen off balance and landing more clean, effective shots. 3-0, Robert Guerrero.
Harold makes a good point. Guerrero's fighting a very disciplined fight so far.
Klassen left and reaches with his right hand. Klassen right on the belt line. Guerrero with a good left hand to the body himself. He attacks that belt line. Referee says a little bit low.
I believe Klassen was hurt by that body shot.
I mean, Guerrero not only is boxing beautifully and fighting disciplined and snapping his jab out, but he is throwing real power shots with both hands to the body in combination.
That camp didn't show a whole lot of respect for Robert Guerrero. When we met with him yesterday, I'm assuming that Malcolm Klassen has some respect for Guerrero at this point. Throws a counter right. Just got the end of it. body shot from Klassen.
Let him go. Stop. Stop. Don't do that. Don't hold it.
The good thing about Guerrero
like
is when he throws his combination, you know, is not there, he moves, and it causes Klassen to launch out of a spot wherever he is. He doesn't know where Robert is, but he launches his punches, and he's not, you know, he's not on balance.
Klassen people claim that, you know, they could have just fought a mandatory in South Africa, but they decided to take this fight against Guerrero in the United States to make themselves more marketable.
So far, I'd have taken the mandatory in South Africa.
Counter right hand from Klassen didn't seem to affect Guerrero at all. Got a lot of that tonight.
Go, man, after the bell. Pull in that shit, too. Come on, man, the bull. Hey. They got blood in la nariz. You okay, mijo? Yeah. Yeah. Relax. Relax. Breathe. Open the cup, man. Control your breathing.
See, look at me. He doesn't like it in the body. From the body, you come to the head. You got to put him on his back foot. We're down 4 rounds now. We're going to
Malcolm Klassen has taken some shots. Guerrero has thrown 443 punches, landing 75 so far here in the fight. Let's take you inside punch zone and show you where the connects have been. You see that Guerrero has done a nice job. He's landed 29 punches to the body, 46 to the head. Pretty good distribution from Guerrero.
Well, he's mixing it up well, and it shows by the way he's boxing.
Heard Guerrero's corner, Nick Duran in the corner, excuse me, Klassen's corner, say he doesn't like it in the body. I'm waiting for the corner man who says, you know, this guy loves it in the body. I don't get it.
Don't hit him in the body. He loves the body.
He loves it there.
Stay away from the body. I guess it's some guys tolerate it better than others.
Yes.
And so far it's been Guerrero doing most of the best body work.
Guerrero's been able to stay out of the range of that right hand from Klassen. Klassen switches southpaw against the southpaw Guerrero. Goes back to conventional. Left hand by Klassen. Winging those rights. Lennox, it seems to me, and you have the more skilled eye for this, but there seems to me with Klassen at times there's a real disconnect between defense and offense as he pushes forward a right hand, where he's, you know, defensive dealing with Guerrero, and then it doesn't flow.
No, because what he does is he puts his hands up and he's saying, okay, I'm defensive at the moment. And when he chooses to box, he's searching to throw that, or to place that right hand. And this is what he wants to do. He's looking to launch with that right hand and catch. But I mean, as far as throwing the combinations to try and work his way in, no, he's throwing that out the window.
Though Guerrero in this round has been hit cleanly more, I think, than in the entire fight up to this round.
Yeah, no question about it. The first time, at least to this point, with 2 minutes to go in the round, Klassen is outlanding Guerrero according to CompuBox.
And you know, it started to happen a little bit towards the end of the first round, and Guerrero made an adjustment.
Watch your head.
Guerrero adjusted beautifully to it after that first round, and here it started to happen again to see if Guerrero has an answer.
Most effective round of the fight for Malcolm Klassen. Rather than moving, Guerrero went straight back. He got tagged again.
But he did come out of the corner real quick. Guerrero has to really keep it together and focus on what he's doing. It's kind of falling apart just a little bit.
Still to come in our main event. He hails from Houston, Texas. In fact, this past May, he got his political science degree from the University of Houston downtown. They're here to see him tonight. The baby bull, Juan Diaz. Coming up in our main event. Lost 2 of his last 3. Former lightweight champion, made 7 defenses. He'll turn 26 on September the 17th. Wants to head to law school. But tonight his focus is on his opponent, Paulie Malignaggi, out of Brooklyn, New York. Coming up tonight in our main event.
Blade off.
Round number 6 begins between Robert Guerrero and Malcolm Klassen. Last round was the first round that Klassen outlanded Guerrero. It was 19-8 in connects.
To fight the kind of fight Guerrero fought up until the last round requires incredible concentration and energy. And in that round, Guerrero seemed to lose a little bit of that focus, stay still and flat-footed when he punched, and as a result, Klassen was able to hit him. This round, it looks, at least early on, that Guerrero's a little more conscious of moving.
And, you know, he's a bit more focused, which he needs to be, because, you know, the fight's a long fight, so each round you have to make sure that you're focused. You can't have that lapse. This is where the corner comes in, has to remind you.
That's what really separates the exceptional fighters from the more ordinary fighters, is the ability to maintain that level of concentration and focus.
Because right now, it's not, you know, it's working towards his advantage, it's doing everything right. You know, if it isn't broke, don't fix it, just keep on doing the same thing, because he's winning the rounds doing it this way.
Klassen, though, with a good combination and followed it up with a right hand.
Let him go. 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 There you go.
Klassen said he has to knock out Guerrero. And I'm thinking, you know, don't go into a fight always trying to knock somebody else, because, you know, it may not come. So you have to do the work to show that you're putting up the points and you want to win this fight. Looking for that one punch that may never come, taking quite a risk.
Well, Klassen said he wants to make a statement, but so far the statement is not a bad fighter, but not as good as Robert Guerrero halfway through the fight.
Guerrero has been much busier. Klassen had a real good round 5 as Guerrero digs in inside. Klassen comes back with a right.
Guerrero throws a good uppercut there and knocked out Klassen's mouth guard. The referee picks it up. Doesn't stop the fight right now. I think in a little lull in the fight, he will give him back his mouth guard. As you can see, the
left eye seems to be bothering him.
Here. Mouthpiece. Get that second one ready. Let's go. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, yeah, good enough. Thank you. Go right over here, son. Right over here, son.
An opportune time to get his mouthpiece back, as he seemed to have a problem, Klassen did, seeing out of his left eye.
Despite some of the moments that Klassen has with some good shots, then it's the volume from Guerrero. 113 punches thrown. That makes him the busier. You get a look at Casey. Watching anxiously at ringside. Robert Jr. That makes him the busier. You get a look at Casey. Watching anxiously at ringside. Robert Jr. and Savannah Rose back home.
Hey, there you go. Hey, he's getting frustrated, mijo. Keep turning him to the. Put some Vaseline, mijo. Keep going to the right. He can't do nothing. And jabbing and jab him. Let him get all wild up.
This clip is getting higher and higher.
All good now. Take care.
This Guerrero throw in a good uppercut in here. You're going to see it, which knocks out Klassen's mouth guard, which was coming out anyway. Just kind of helped it out a little bit. Good job by the referee not really stopping him at that moment.
But Klassen's had a chance to look at 331 jabs from Guerrero. He's only landed 14, but it's kept Klassen from being able to get his offense going. As we start round number 7, we check in once again with Harold Letterman.
Okay, Bob. 59-55. 4 rounds to 1. Robert the Ghost Guerrero. Actually, 5 rounds to 1, to tell you the truth. Robert the Ghost Guerrero. You know, it's funny. Malcolm Klassen had a real good round in round 5. I thought he was starting to come on. He outpunched Guerrero. He won the round. And then in round 6, it looked like he took the round off. Really incredible. Guerrero continues to work that right jab, work that straight left, and move. He doesn't stand there to admire his work. He keeps him on the end of the jab. He keeps him at a distance, and he's always working. But, Bob, I gotta point this out to you. When they get in close, watch Robert Guerrero's right elbow. I swear to God, he'll wrap him with another. See that? That time he got him with the forearm. But Guerrero is very good with that right elbow. It's illegal to do that.
And Guerrero looks like the only guy that came in here with a game plan. You know, he's doing the things that he needs to do to win this fight, and he hasn't stepped away from it.
You know, usually I'm sensitive to guys who hold too much because it kind of spoils the flow of the fight, and Guerrero's been warned here. But both in terms of the way Guerrero's holding, when he's holding, and when he's using that elbow to push off, I have no complaints. He's doing it to get punching room, because Klassen's the smaller guy with the shorter arms with the advantage on the inside.
Guerrero in a bad spot right here. He's not moving. And he's in the wheelhouse of Klassen. Short right inside by Klassen to the chin.
I don't think what Guerrero's doing with the elbow is, or with the holding, is really impeding the action of the fight, or really unfairly impeding Klassen. Though it is against the rules, of course.
You know, it's part of boxing. Holding is part of boxing. So, you know, sometimes it's necessary, and right now he's not doing it too much.
Let him go, let him go. I got you.
It's the volume of punches from Robert Guerrero that have controlled sort of the tempo of this fight.
It's the mixing of the shots to the head and the body. I mean, I've never seen Guerrero fight better, given the level of opposition.
There's a great body combination there by Klassen. There he rips 3 to the body. Guerrero comes back with a left to the body.
Headbutt.
Guerrero's cut on the left eye. You heard John Shorley say, headbutt.
And Klassen's been using his head, I think intentionally, jumping in behind it.
You're fine, you're fine.
Well, you know, you have to be careful of that type of boxer because, like I said, he's jumping in with his punches and his hands are a little bit down. Obviously, they're going to have a little clash of heads, but Klassen is the one that causes that.
Accidental headbutt. Accidental headbutt.
Good. All right, eh? Okay. Trying to go to war or what? That's nothing. That's nothing, son. Yeah, get inside, me. Get inside. Get inside, Ruben. Yeah. Get inside, Ruben. Hey, mijo. Hey, let him go, mijo. You gotta let that left hand go. La zurda. Abajo y arriba.
You're doing great. Keep turning to the
Yeah,
right and keep your left hand up.
Yeah. Hey, you gotta start hitting him with that. Hey, you gotta start hitting him with that left hand hard. He's starting to come in. You're not throwing enough left hand.
Let's see if we can find out where this clash of heads actually happened, which causes Guerrero's eye to open, and yes, it did. It was a clash of heads accidentally.
Now, fortunately for Guerrero, this cut is not in as bad a spot as he had it, for instance, in his right eye against Jordan. It should not be a factor, a huge factor for him.
Well, that all depends if you get blood in your eye.
You know, this happens a lot when a southpaw and orthodox fighter meet, where there's an accidental clash of heads. But I've seen from Klassen enough instances in this fight where he jumps in behind his head and kind of uses his head as almost like the jab and then follows with the right hand. That, you know, it's a suspicious clash of heads, let's put it that way.
Let me tell you, my good buddy Evander Holyfield boxes in a similar fashion.
And one of Malcolm's kids is named after Evander Holyfield. One of his 3 children. His son Evander is 4.
Well, the use of his head in this fight would make Evander proud.
Evander's a very, very big name in South Africa. Widely used.
Yeah, we were reminded of that when we asked him how come he didn't name one of his kids Lennox.
Now, like against Efren Hinojosa, here's Guerrero with a cut. It ain't a good cut. It ain't in a good spot. And he has a chance for redemption after his performance against Jordan. And in this case, he's faced with a world-class opponent who's clearly very determined and who has had his moments and maybe even hurt Guerrero at points in this fight.
Guerrero is winning the fight, so he has no reason to say, you know, he doesn't want to continue. So when you're winning the fight by this margin, you know, you got to suck it up.
But it's not as though he's winning a fight against a front-runner type fighter, a fighter likely to tire, and a fighter who's not determined. Klassen's not a front-runner. He is determined, and he's not likely to tire.
See that cut on the left eye of Guerrero's opened up. It would behoove him to keep circling to his right as he did earlier.
And you can see Klassen fighting with renewed enthusiasm as a result of the cut, most likely, to Guerrero. He sees an opportunity.
Just you feel like Malcolm Klassen has to just do more. He's never scored a knockout past the 8th round.
Stop. Stop. Break. Step back.
Final 5 seconds of round number 8. Klassen's junior lightweight title on the line against Robert Guerrero here in Houston, Texas. Oh, fans, September 22nd, Joe Buck Live returns as the Emmy Award-winning broadcaster sits down with the biggest names to the world of sports for in-depth interviews, topical discussion, and much, much more. And September the 26th, World Championship Boxing returns with heavyweight titleist Vitaly Klitschko taking on one of the most exciting young contenders in the sport. He steps into the ring against Chris Arreola.
Okay, just great. Keep working that jab. You're doing real good. That cut's nothing, eh? It's nothing. All right?
Give him some water.
Okay.
Water.
Wash it, Bob. Here.
Casey Guerrero looking on anxiously as her husband, Robert Guerrero, tries to take that man's belt away. Malcolm Klassen of South Africa here on HBO's Boxing After Dark. Still to come, our main event, Juan Diaz against Paulie Malignaggi. Bob Papa, Max Kellerman, Lennox Lewis ringside, along with our unofficial ringside scorer, Harold Letterman. Good disciplined fight for Guerrero. Been able to stay out of harm's way. He's circled to his right as he eats a right hand, but going back. Suffer that cut in round number 7. Accidental clash of heads. Just so you know, if that cut worsened before this fight reached its conclusion and they had to stop the fight, they would go to the scorecards, because it was an accidental clash of heads.
You have to imagine Guerrero's way up on the scorecards.
You would think, Max, but one never knows.
In this case, not only is he winning the fight, he's a Golden Boy fighter on a Golden Boy promotion. So any kind of political pressure that there exists or there's perceived to exist would be on Guerrero's side.
Klassen comes in with the belt in his first fight in the United States. Nice combination to the body. Goes up to the head, does Klassen. Digging with some body shots. There's the South African Klassen. This time we've really seen Guerrero stand in harm's way. Bounces out.
It's understandable. It's a grueling fight. He's set a very busy pace. He's taken a lot of shots. He's given a lot. He's cut. Taking a breather here and there.
Guerrero just kind of hanging on the shoulder of Klassen, so he can't get his arms free.
And Guerrero's, that's a pretty smart move in a way, you know what I mean? If you're a little bit tired, kind of put your body on the guy so he doesn't have enough punching room to hit you, and it kind of wastes time a little bit.
Yeah, I like the way Guerrero's used his size in this fight, leaning on Klassen on the inside.
Guerrero has to keep his composure right now because he's falling apart just a little bit. Put his hands up, make sure he keeps his back off of the ropes.
Coming up in our main event, Paulie Malignaggi against Juan Diaz here in Diaz's hometown. Malignaggi spoke with Max earlier, feels the deck might be stacked.
Paulie, you've been verbal over the last week about how the deck is stacked against you. How is it stacked against you?
Well, I think it's more than an opinion. I think it's so-called, it's facts, man. I mean, I've brought up Gil Van Hoy and Raul Kai Sr. for a reason because, these were two guys that in Texas judged the Rocky Juarez fight, Chris John fight a few months ago as a draw. And everyone who saw that fight knows it wasn't a draw, Texas, as far as Van Hoy is concerned, he's a Texas judge. This is a fringe title fight or whatever we're going to call it. I was promised neutral officials. Before I signed the contract with the fight, they promised me neutral officials, and we didn't get neutral officials. To his credit, Mr. Dickie Cole, the commissioner the commissioner of Texas, has promised me a fair fight. Texas is not known to have too many fair fights. But you know what? I'm going to leave it in his hand. He promised me I'll shake his hand if I get a fair deal, because tonight I'm going to show everybody who Paulie Malignaggi is.
And what about the size of the ring and the weight stipulation?
Yeah, I had to struggle a little bit to make the weight, but, I made it. I'm always in shape, and I'm always disciplined as a fighter and as a man. You know what I mean? It's my responsibility to make the weight, and I made it. I didn't like that I had to agree to 138.5 pounds, but I did it anyway. The size of the ring also was out of my hands, So, okay, so they got everything. They stacked the deck. We'll see if they're good enough to win with the stacked deck, because you know what? I'm so sharp right now, and I feel so good right now, that they still probably ain't going to have enough, unless they flat out rob me.
Thanks, Paulie.
Yeah, Malignaggi says he hasn't had to make 138.5 in about 6 years. And he says having to make 140, he said probably a total of 6 hours is what he's actually weighed 140 pounds to get to the weight.
I tell you, it's right about one thing. The ring is small.
Time in.
Couple things that you may have missed while we were going over the Malignaggi and Diaz situation. Guerrero, at the end of that round, Klassen kind of gave him that tap as if to say, good fight. And Guerrero swatted at him as if to say, yeah, good fight, but we're still in a fight. We're not friends. Just now, Guerrero walked over, and while he was in the neutral corner, looked over at me and nodded as if, am I fighting with heart? And the answer is certainly yes.
All right, let's take a look at the scorecard from Harold Letterman.
Okay, Bob. 87, 84, 6 rounds to 3, Robert the Ghost Guerrero. Bob, when Robert Guerrero lets this guy get in close, just like that, Klassen murders him. I mean, Klassen's really good in close. He works those hands, he shoe shines him, he goes to the body real well. Robert Guerrero, when he keeps the fight at a distance, like he's doing there, gets off his shots and moves, is winning the fight. But when Klassen gets in close, Klassen looks good. He's a very good fighter, but he's having a problem with that height, and that's the problem. But did you notice between rounds 10 and 11, must have taken 3 minutes with John Shirley having that ring pulled off. So a big rest for Robert Guerrero. 6-3, Guerrero.
And we approach the midway point of round number 10. Guerrero is 2-1, more than 2-1 in punches thrown between Guerrero and Klassen. He's had that volume going. Lennox, he's lapped into some dangerous moments where he's kind of gone straight back or languished in front of Klassen, who obviously can rip some big shots, but for the discipline.
Very disciplined. He's kept his composure. Sometimes he's lapsed a little bit, but that's understandable. He's in good shape, and he's been doing some good training. And this is the last part of the rounds or the fight, so he really needs to get past this and come out big.
And some of it can, Klassen's success when he has it, can be attributed to Guerrero's lapses maybe, but you know, sometimes those so-called lapses are caused by the pressure put on by a good fighter. Is not always going to go a fighter's way, no matter how talented.
You know, in some positions, Klassen looks like he's just happy just to sit there and try and outwork Guerrero, but it's not working right now.
And incidentally, that's why fight fans care so much about the kind of heart a fighter has, because inevitably it won't go their way, no matter how perfect their game plan and execution. The other guy is in there too for a reason. And so inevitably you have to have that kind of determination, that otherworldly determination, in order to really succeed on the highest level.
Something we just saw there. I just saw Klassen retreat, as if, you know, Guerrero just kind of coming at him with these punches, and then just kind of step back, like enough.
You got this fight. Keep using your jab. Yeah. Let him force his way in, mijo, and get that left hand in. You hurt him?
Hey, you got 2 rounds.
I know you hurt him.
My left hand. Don't
Yeah,
worry about it.
I told you. Well, no digas nada.
Hey, at the end of the round, you got to close with flurries, okay? Like when you hear that
jab. What round is this?
10-second thing? This is the 11th.
7th?
What am I telling you? Get it down. Come on now.
Feel like you should do it.
For everything in your life, take it.
Your title, son. Come.
Everything in your life now, boy.
Vaseline.
Mijo. You gotta tie him up, mijo.
And at the last 10 seconds.
Well, according to CompuBox, through 10 rounds, Guerrero has thrown exactly 1,000 punches.
You gotta fuck him up.
So my division's a little rusty, but it seems to me that he's thrown 100 punches around.
That's pretty good. And he's landed 159. Klassen 448 thrown.
Stop.
It's a little more than double.
When I tell you guys to stop, it means stop, both of you.
Frustration in the Klassen camp. I mean, let's face it, Lennox and Max. When we met with them yesterday, they thought they were going to just dismantle Guerrero, take his heart away, and knock him into oblivion. Hasn't happened. Plan B?
There is no plan B. You know, the only thing they need to do right now is try and knock Guerrero out.
Sometimes you get a sense of things from meeting with the fighters before the fight. And the sense I got was that Klassen was extremely confident for good reason. And if you could have seen the fighter meetings, I think, if everyone could have seen them, I think Klassen would be a favorite heading into this fight, based on not only on his attitude, but on his resume. It hasn't panned out so far tonight.
Stop.
No, Guerrero's not the most heavy-handed
You caused that.
guy.
Don't do that. I know. Don't do that. Let's go.
It's just a volume of punches.
Klassen getting a bit frustrated here in the late rounds. Senses things are not really going his way.
He's allowed Guerrero to be first constantly.
And I think he was expecting Guerrero to fold with that continued pressure, that pressure busts pipes theory.
But what real, has he put on sustained pressure?
I think he has. I mean, Guerrero is incredibly busy, but Klassen's in his chest a lot of the night. He continues to throw punches, not as many as Guerrero, and he's landed some heavy shots to the head especially.
Guerrero's done a great job of turning him. I don't think he's used to being turned, because all of a sudden when he looks up, he doesn't see Guerrero there to, receive any punches. Guerrero's actually moved out of the way. Styles make fights.
Well, Robert Guerrero's nickname is the Ghost, and a lot of times he's disappeared right in front of Malcolm Klassen's eyes.
No, stop. Okay, that's you.
Guerrero has thrown 85 punches with those 14 connects, according to CompuBox.
Klassen's really slowed down now. Still looking for that one punch, which is not there.
into the 11th. One more round to go.
Guerrero finishing very strong.
Look at me. You've got to go one round to win this fight. Give me a crud awesome. And a night. Hold your head.
Don't let him come in. Boom, boom, boom. Turn him. Turn him. Turn him, okay? Voltealo, because he can't do nothing, dude. Hey, when you... hold my thing down there. Hey, mijo. Let me watch this down. Where's the water? Water.
He's got it. He's got it.
Move it and move. He's going to run and steal now. You've got to get him out of here now.
Okay. Start to the body. Deep pulse. Deep pulse. Freeze. Hook him, roll him now. Okay.
Tap, 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 bang, bang. 3.
Okay, mijo. Last round. Let it all hang out, baby. This is yours.
Casey Guerrero watching anxiously as her husband 1 round away from taking Klassen's belt.
That's last round, fellas. Last round. Clean round.
You know, listening to the corner of Klassen, you know, they said he's going to run. Is that just part and parcel with the way they may have just misinterpreted everything Guerrero's about?
Well, you know, they believe that because Guerrero is so in the lead right now. They believe that the best thing to do is to move out of the way and not get knocked out, because they know that's what Klassen needs to do, is to knock him out. So why stay there and be knocked out?
Yeah, this is one of those countdown fights for Guerrero. By the 12th round, you know, if you're a Guerrero fan, you're literally counting down the seconds on the clock because it seems he has a comfortable lead. Guerrero is moving, and he is trying to break the action by holding Klassen, but he's also punching.
Plus, when you've controlled the better part of 11 rounds, you've earned the right, if you feel you have the lead, to take the air out of the tires. It's no different than a basketball team slowing it down or a football team trying to run the clock out. You've earned that right by doing good work for 11 rounds.
That's right.
Of course, in all those other sports, you know what the score is. Here, there's always the mystery of the judge's scorecard.
And there's a certain extra credit that goes to a fighter who fights passionately in spite of a big lead. But I wouldn't say that Guerrero is fighting without passion here in the 12th round.
We've seen guys run, and this isn't exactly running.
Right.
This is smart. It's not his job to engage right now.
Stop. Break.
Slip.
No,
that's a slip.
Come in, son. Come in.
I saw Guerrero slip earlier on that logo.
Last round, brother. Last round, brother. Let's go.
Not only the last round, the last 50 seconds.
Probably if Klassen's hold on this belt. Klassen didn't throw any punches in that sequence. Guerrero's the only one that threw punches.
Guerrero barely gave him time to. Those aren't, it's not just that Guerrero's throwing a lot, he's throwing quick combinations on the inside here in the 12th round of a grueling fight.
Guerrero does something very interesting. When he's inside, he kind of tucks his arm around Klassen's elbow so he can't punch him and moves him to the side. Whether he's going to do that right now.
Well, for a guy that was going to run, he's thrown 88 punches in the round, has Guerrero.
Guerrero's in good shape. He's coming from Big Bear, and he said it. He had a great camp, and this is what you need to be a champion. You need to be around a good training environment.
There's the bell that ended.
Tremendous redemptive performance from Robert Guerrero.
He feels he's won. No jubilation from the other camp. Wife Casey has a lot to cheer.
Said he's been working out with the Mosley camp, and the Mosley family opened up their house to him, and he had a great camp up there, and great sparring.
He fought like a guy who had been sparring with Sugar Shane Mosley.
Let's take a look at the judges that will be scoring this bout. Charles Phillips from the United States. No title fights, no notable fights. A bit of a wild card. Luis Rivera, 46 title fights in the United States, had Bird's decision over McCline, scored it for Bird 114, 113. And Isaac Shabalala from South Africa, 3 title fights, had Klassen in the 7th round TKO against Beloy. Let's see how Harold Letterman had it scored, and we'll take a peek at Harold's scorecard. And Harold had it 116, 112 comfortably for Guerrero.
They made a mistake somewhere along the line. 117, 111, 9 rounds to 3 in favor of Robert Guerrero.
There you go. So we got an adding problem there, Harold, but 117, 111 is what Harold has it on his real unofficial scorecard. Here's Michael Buffer with the judges' scorecards.
Ladies and gentlemen, we go to the scorecards. Charles Phillips, 117, 111. Isaac Shabalala, 116, 113. Luis Rivera, 116, 112. All to the winner by unanimous decision. And new IBF Junior Lightweight Champion of the World, Robert the Ghost Guerrero.
So Robert Guerrero takes the belt away from Malcolm Klassen with a unanimous decision victory, and he did it in tremendous style and fashion as he outworked Klassen over 12 rounds, literally. And there's his wife, Casey, and a lot of wonderful thoughts going through her mind right now as Robert has taken Klassen's belt and he puts it around his shoulder in the 130-pound weight class. Well, we showed you through 10.